So the developers just released new information about the upcoming update in Fortnite Battle Royale. And there's a few changes coming to the game, including 1 or 2 significant ones. There were also a few leaks in this footage shown, which I'll be showing you as well. So first up, a new mechanic called Storm Destruction. Basically, the storm will now do damage to structures as well. Now I'll play the clips they showcased at full speed and then in slow motion so you can see the effects. It looks like any structure in the storm will instantly get vaporized. So if the start of your build ends up in the storm and you're walking on that plank, you'll plummet down. Now I wasn't aware of this, but apparently when the pros played, there was a huge issue with this in the final few circles. And this change is being implemented to reduce people bunkering up in massive structures. The most important thing to note here is that this only happens in the final circles. So most people won't even live that long to see this in action. Now for some of the leaks in these clips. As you can see in the background, the building that was under construction in Tilted Towers appears to be finished. It looks like a camping store or a bait shop or something to that effect. There's a giant fish and balloons visible. Also seen in this clip are blue-colored dual pistols. I'm not sure what this means, as they also showcased the gold pistols later on, which we already have in the game. Initially, I thought they moved them down a rarity, so instead of purple and gold, we now have blue and purple. But as I said, there's gold ones still in a future clip, so maybe they just added a blue rarity as well. And speaking of pistols, they're finally going to vault the Revolver. This thing was never worthwhile in my opinion. The top players and streamers could land some nice shots every now and again with these, but they'd always drop it as soon as any other weapon became available. It's more or less a worse version of the Desert Eagle, which is probably why it's getting the vault. Now they did reiterate that a vaulted item is not necessarily gone forever, as evidenced by the guided missile returning. Next up are some item updates. So first of all, since they nerfed C4 into oblivion and lowered its spawn rate, they're changing its rarity from blue to purple to reflect these changes. In addition, boogie bombs will now drop in stacks of 2. Now that doesn't mean you can only hold 2 at a time, as I think they can stack all the way up to 10. But instead of getting 1 from a chest, you'll now get 2 at a time. These things used to be the most overpowered item in the game, but then they got nerfed royally by a Negan-sized nerf bat. So this is a good change. Now next, they're also buffing the stack size of the big shields. You used to be able to carry 2, but now you can carry up to 3. So this should make the option of choosing multiple minis over multiple blue potions a bit more difficult to make. And by the way, if we freeze frame this clip, we can also see there's a new blue rarity silenced pistol as well. Again, I don't know if they just added this blue version or if they lowered the gold and purple ones down a notch. If it's like the dual pistols, they probably just added a blue version of it. Now lastly, they briefly mentioned that they're going to add a new mobility item to the game with this update as well. They didn't give any footage or hints as to what this will be though. Some people are speculating a grappling hook, but others have said it's a consumable item that'll boost your speed. Either way, I'm all for anything that gets me around the map faster, regardless of what it is. So there you have it. Those were the Taborfied cliff notes of this update that'll be coming later this week. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to the most. For me, it's gotta be the new mobility item. I'd love to Legend of Zelda grappling hook my way across the map, or drink a potion and run at crackhead pro speed. Whatever it ends up being, I simply can't wait.